hidden hazards and poisons that may be in your purse or your handbag. We know that in the United States, about every 30 seconds, a poisoning in a child occurs. And often I think of poisons as, cleaners under the sink or perhaps in someone's medicine cabinet. And oftentimes we don't realize that poisons can be the stuff that we carry around on a day-to-day basis. So let's dive in. Let's take a look and see what's inside. All right, so the first thing I have here is a bottle of antacids. So if any of you are like me, especially mamas that might be pregnant, you might depend on these after you eat something greasy or spicy. And the reason I bought these specifically is because they taste good. They taste just like candy. They're not chalky. They're fun colors. You can even see the marketing. They did such a good job with those little creamsicles. So the thing that's really concerning about this bottle to me is that the top just pops right off. It's not childproof, meaning that it's not it's not child resistant. When you have child resistant caps where you have to push down and turn, they're not meant to completely keep a child away from the medicine. It's just meant to slow down access. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you have any over-the-counter medication, vitamins, anything else similar to this in your bag, it could be enticing to a child. So let's look at what we have next. These two things all pull out at the same time. We have a bottle of perfume and a bottle of hand sanitizer. So these are any of your alcohol-based products that you might have in your bag, especially those containing methanol. That could be pretty toxic. These products, even if they're consumed in small amounts, just an ounce by a small child, that could cause a medical emergency and a need for that child to get immediate medical attention. So just be cautious with these things, especially maybe the ones that look like water, and be aware of the risk that it could pose to someone younger. All right, next we have sunscreen. Here in southern Utah, we get a lot of sun, and I carry this around every day, not only for myself, but my child, because she's pretty sensitive to the sun as well. Containers like this that have a top that pops off, it's a fun color, it comes out green. It could be hard for them to know that what we apply topically and is safe on our skin isn't safe to ingest. And so that's just an example. Any topical creams you have, lotions potentially, we just want to be aware that that could pose a problem as well. Okay, next, this is one of my favorite things. I'd recommend this to any moms with little kids. This is a stain remover wipe that I keep in my car, and I use it because my little girl loves to have her snacks when we travel. It makes things a lot easier for me if she has something to eat on long trips. And I use these to clean off her clothes and the upholstery that seats in my car when she does spill. But the thing that's tricky about these is that if she were to open it, it looks just like a regular wipe. So to her, she would think of it as something maybe safe to put on her face and all over her skin. This is similar to a lot of cleaning products or perhaps stain removers and laundry detergent, where it could cause irritations and potential burns if it's applied topically or ingested. So maybe just be aware of that. Let's see. We also have a car key. And I know most of us don't anticipate our children swallowing a car key, right? But the thing that's tricky about these is they have those little button batteries, the little discs, and those can be so toxic to children. They're in a lot of children's toys and other things that we don't even think about. But with those button batteries, the second they come in contact with saliva, They can become corrosive and cause damage to the intestines and cause a true medical emergency. So please be aware of anything with those small batteries, even the ones with the bitter coating, because they can be potentially very dangerous. All right, next I have this essential oil roller ball. I carry this around every day, and I use it when I have headaches or tension, just to help my head feel a little bit better. And I try to use this as a first resort rather than over-the-counter painkillers. With essential oils, though, even though they are natural, they are not meant to be ingested orally, and they pose quite a risk. Sorry for the garbage truck over there. They pose quite a risk because they are so concentrated. So if essential oils are something that you are interested in maybe putting into something you're ingesting, please talk to your doctor first and be aware of the little ones around you that might not know better. All right, I have a couple other things that I wanted to mention. These aren't things that I typically carry around in my purse, but they could be things that other people carry around on a daily basis. So I have a lighter. It's July. It's the time of year that we have fireworks. And of course, it's obvious that lighters pose a burn risk to children. And they could start playing with this and realize, oh, it clicks. What else does it do? So that could just be the beginning. Lighter fluid also contains butane, which is a volatile organic compound. When it's heated up, it can cause irritation to the skin, and it can also cause damage to the airways. And if ingested, even in very small amounts, it's very dangerous to our soft tissues and organs and almost everything in the body. So please be careful with the holidays, with Pioneer Day coming up, and with the 4th of July just passing, if you have any type of lighter in your bag that your child could get a hold of. All right, last, I have this container that contains, not anymore, it's empty, but that is to represent any nicotine product. So pouches, you'll see a lot of pouches nowadays. Those are pretty popular. Gum, vapes, anything else. Just be aware that nicotine can be absorbed through the skin. And if your child gets a hold of a nicotine product, even if they are not putting it into their mouth, they could very easily get nicotine poisoning, which can cause vomiting. It can make them feel really unwell, nausea, a bunch of really not fun stuff for your kiddo to experience. So especially, if your nicotine product is in a package that looks like maybe it has gum or candy in it that they would consume just fine any other time, that could be really hard for a child to decipher the difference. So the biggest reason we wanted to do a live about this today is to comment about our friends at Utah Poison Control. They are wonderful. They have a full team of chemists and pharmacists that can walk you through any type of poisoning concern or emergency. So feel free to reach out to them anytime. Their hotline is open 24/7. I had to reach out to them myself on behalf of a loved one, and they were very kind. They weren't judgmental at all about the situation that we were experiencing. And again, they were very knowledgeable about what they were doing, especially with those ingredients that we can't even pronounce ourselves, right? So go ahead and note this for your personal use. Their number is 1-800-222-1222. Again, that's 1-800-222-1222. And if you want more information, you can reach out to them on their website. Go ahead and look at all of the wonderful resources they have, and there's even some stuff in there that you can learn to help you be better prepared in case of an emergency at poisoncontrol.utah.edu. So poisoncontrol.utah.edu. Let us know if you have any personal experience with these types of hazards, or maybe what you had in your purse that you didn't realize could be poisonous to your little ones.